guys, I'm going to be shouting because Ryan's got the microphone. Happy New Year, everybody. We thought we're going to jump on and do a live. It's January 2nd, and we haven't done one this year yet, so we're running behind. Anyway, go ahead, Ryan.
So what Dad's doing today, oh, let me silence my phone. Oh, you know what? We didn't put your phone on Do Not Disturb, huh?
No, I don't think we did.
That's okay. So what Dad's doing today is he's carving the, cat life. I think that's what we're calling it.
Stencil for
January. Yeah, the January 2025 stencil of the month. Now, Dad's going to do this, and one thing about these stencils is sometimes when they get a little bit bigger, they'll kind of curl up. So these little, that's like the medium-sized spring clamp,
yeah,
right?
I think there's maybe 2 or 3 sizes below this, but these seem to work out really well for us.
And you get those at Harbor Freight, don't you? Yeah, and you can buy those things pretty cheap, and they'll break after a while, but I mean, God, we get a lot of life out of them. So, but if you are doing the stencil, which is what this is, Dad's just eyeballing it, centering it in that board, using the spring clamp to hold it down, because these are made out of 1/8-inch plywood. And so they will kind of curl up on you a little bit, but just put some spring clamps on them and it holds them down nice and flat, and that helps you to get a much sharper line. If you're spraying something and you're getting real fuzzy lines, then that means it's probably lifting up a little bit. So you want to make sure to have your stencils and your templates flat on the board, as flat as you possibly can. So this thing is actually, this is brand new. This is the first time we've carved it. Well, Dad's carved it. And I think it's going to be a nice little sign. It'll be real simple. Dad's going to chamfer, or no, what are you doing on the edge, Dad?
Chamfer on the back and scallops on the front, I think.
Yeah. So if you can hold that up.
Yeah.
So you see how those lines, they're real sharp and real clean. If you don't have your stencil flat on the board, then those are going to be real fuzzy. So you want to get that stencil as flat as you can when you're spraying, because it'll help you when you're carving have a much nicer line. All right, who do we got here today? All right. So I hope you guys had a good New Year. Hey, Aid's here. What's up, Aid?
Hey, Aid.
Dude, it's, what is it, like 2 in the morning over there?
Oh, no.
Yeah, because they're 8 hours ahead. So
8 hours?
8 hours, yeah. So 6, 7, 8, yeah, something like that. Yeah, it's like 1 or 2 in the morning. Don't you sleep, Aid? Keith Davenport, what's up, buddy? Good to see you guys. Thanks for watching. Guy Fagerman, Happy New Year. Yeah, so far it's been a good year. It's just started, but it's off to a really good start. Hey, Mike Rowell, I think Mom was just talking to you on the phone, an hour ago or so. Jason Mace, what's up, buddy?
Jason?
Good to see you, man. We were just talking about you.
Yeah, we got a good group here.
Yeah, we do. So Dad's going to start off with, you can see, again, I know this is kind of, I'm trying not to get too jumpy with the camera, but you can see where it says with an A and then the little ampersand sign, or no, is right there. Yeah. That's pretty small, so Dad's going to do those with the carving liner first. And it's a good idea to always do your small detail stuff first. That way, if you mess it up, at least you don't have a ton of work into it. All right, and you guys notice, Dad's, show them your lights, Dad.
Oh.
Dad's pretty excited about this. I don't think I like him very much.
Oh, man.
It's too bright.
No.
Let me see here.
This thing is too bright. That just
Well, let me know what you guys think as Dad starts carving, if those lights are a little bit too bright. I think they'll be all right, though.
They might be too bright for that camera.
Yeah, they might be too bright for filming, but as far as like just shedding light on your work as you're carving, that's a lot of light.
So, and the video on Sunday.
Oh, yeah.
We've got a lot of requests.
Yeah, so we've been getting a lot of requests about how to do those lights. And who's the one that showed you?
Mike Kaufman.
Mike Kaufman. He's the one that came up with this idea and sent us an email. And we have a video on Sunday coming out about how to do it. And it's, I wouldn't say
it's not hard. It's just there's a process.
Yeah, it's not very hard, but you do got to be careful because these things are pretty, you know, they're fragile. They must be Italian.
All right, I'm going.
All right, go for it. So again, let me know, guys, if the light is too bright.
Yeah, that way.
All right, here we go. I don't know, what do you guys think? It seems pretty bright, but I don't know. Hey, what's up, Tim? Happy New Year, man. Light's good? Okay, cool. See, to me, it's really bulky. Of course, I haven't carved with them yet, so I don't know, but they just seem bulky to me. I don't know. But if you guys are carving in a place that doesn't have a ton of light, this might work well for you. But yeah, check out the video on Sunday that's coming out, and that's what it's going to be, is installing those lights. What do you think, Dad?
I love them. And you know, they do look bulky, but think about it, your hands are really right here.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know if you guys can hear Dad, but Dad's saying that they do look bulky, but it's not like you're grabbing the housing of the router. So, you know, with using the handles and the base plate, which by the way, you can find on makeitwithsign.com, shameless plug. He said they don't really get in the way so far. Actually, it does look pretty good. I think when it's darker out here, then it doesn't film very well, but there's still some light out.
These are by far the best lights I've ever used as far as attached to the router.
So,
no doubt.
Dad said these are by far the best lights he's ever used that are attached to the router. And you know what? They don't get in the way of filming as far as like sometimes the fairy lights, you're not able to see the router bit actually carving. So, all right, we might have a winner. Jim Moulter, what's up, buddy? Happy New Year. So I hope everybody had a good Christmas. We did. It was, me and my wife were actually in California for like a week, which was way too long. But I got some, excuse me. But I got some duck hunting in, so that's nice. Crossroads tab in the message retracted. So the wood Dad's using is actually that panel board. You can get it, they also call it like project board, I think, and you can get it at Lowe's and Home Depot. This stuff generally carves pretty crappy. It is not the best carving stuff in the world. But this is what we had available to us, going through all our scraps and everything, and how's that one carving, Dad?
Actually, not bad so far.
Okay.
That's it for the carving liner. Not bad so far.
All right, that's good.
And we sealed this up too.
Yeah, so what we did is with this panel board, you want to seal it up before you spray it because this stuff bleeds pretty bad. So Dad put, what, 2 coats of clear on there?
Yeah.
413 builds. Happy New Year, man. So if you are going to do light wood like this panel board or pine, you want to generally put some sort of covering on it to keep it from bleeding. We use just 2 light coats of clear, and that'll keep everything from bleeding. And we used to use, sanding sealer.
Yeah.
But sanding sealer, number 1, it takes a lot longer to dry. And number 2, it raises the grain pretty bad. So you want to you want to sand it off before you use it. And the clear, that works just fine. Man, those things shed some light. So now Dad's using the profile bit, and this is what he's going to use for the majority of the sign, I think. The profile bit is by far the most versatile bit that we sell on makewoodsign.com. Again, shameless plug. This one I don't think there's been a sign I've done, or if there hasn't been too many where I haven't used the profile bit. So if you are doing freehand carving, the profile bit is the #1 bit you want to start off with. Dave Newkirk, Happy New Year, man. I hope everybody's starting off the year well. I know we are. Today's been a super productive day, even though I've been sick for like the past 3 days, but I feel a lot better now. Yeah, that looks good. Dad, you need the air hose?
Yeah, if you can.
All right, let me grab the air hose.
Over here, that'd be great. Thank you.
What was that?
Oh, I hit the speed.
Oh. I gotta fix that thing.
Might let everybody know we're doing a live tomorrow night, too.
Okay. So guys, we are also doing, we're doing one of these lives a week, which is, you know, a live carving, whatever it is that we decide to do for the week. And if you guys have anything you want to see carved live, then shoot me an email, ryan@makeawoodsign.com, or shoot Dad an email, eric@makeawoodsign.com, and we'll see if we can knock it out for you. But we're also doing a live, let's see, tomorrow night at what, 6 o'clock? 6 o'clock Arizona time. So we're going to go over quite a few things. The new filming schedule, some questions. What else are we going over, Dad?
Like our daily emails.
Oh, yeah, the email.
A bunch of things.
Oh. Sorry, the dogs. Okay, anyway. So, yeah, we're going to be, because we haven't been doing our daily emails since we've been, for Christmas and everything, because everything's been so hectic, but we will get back into that. So, yeah, we're going to go over a bunch of stuff tomorrow on the live at 6 p.m. Arizona time. Oh, here's my wife. Hi, babe. No, I'm not going to film you. Just they can hear you. Say hi.
Hello.
She said hello, everybody. Oh, Aid's going to bed. Good night, Aid. Paul, Happy New Year, man. Life is better with Sherlock. Huh? Oh, yeah, I am. I don't get the cat thing. Mom and Dad are cat people. I'm not. I don't know. Jim Snow, what's up, buddy, from Redding? You know, as much as I can't stand California, Redding is a beautiful area. Hi.
Hi.
We're live, so don't say anything bad.
Oh, look at Olive.
Oh, Olive's down there. Here.
Yeah, I don't want to go over there.
No, I'll get her. Watch out, Nell. Come on. Come here, Ollie. Come here. Come here. Oh, come here, baby. Yes. Hang on. You guys want to say hi to Olive? This is our little wiener dog. Say hi, Ollie. She just had all her little teeth ripped out, huh? She's a good girl. Oh, all right. Back to work. Michelle Booth. Hi, Michelle. Wendy. Newfoundland, Canada. Man, it's got to be cold up there. I hope everybody's having a good New Year so far and had a good Christmas. It was hectic, but it was fun. We got to go see my little girl out in California, spend a week with her, and Mom and Dad had a nice, quiet Christmas here with nobody yelling or fighting or anything like that. Later, Jim. Aid, I wish Amy would sing more. That woman has an amazing voice. Go get some sleep, man. Anna, how you doing? Thanks for watching. 1988. Yeah, I hear you, Mike. Good evening from Florida. Florida's beautiful. You know what, Mike? I just take mine anyway.
No.
Guy Fagerman, the video you did on the large American flag, and I like how you did the stripes. I used the upcut bit, and yours turned out way better. You know, the upcut bit, it's good for a lot of stuff, but I just don't like flat background. I like the textured background, and honestly, if you're selling on site, the texture, people will come up and they'll touch the texture. But hey, everybody likes doing it their own way. That's all right, Michelle. The year's just started. You got all year to get rich. Don't even worry about it. You'll be all right. Wendy, that's a good question. So number one is the template. Here, let me show you. The template here is actually, let's see, it's made out of 1/8" plywood. So you would have to get a template that's made out of like acrylic or something, and you would have to use a, what am I thinking? Guide bushing, right? And we just don't like doing that. The way we do our stencils and templates is we make them so you can use them to spray and get the pattern on there, and then we freehand everything. And that's kind of our main thing, is everything we do is freehand. We use a stencil, or we use, if we have a different piece of artwork that we don't have a stencil for, we'll print it out on rapid resizer, and that's how we transfer the image onto the board, and then we freehand it. And it takes a little bit more skill than just going with a stencil or a template, in our opinion. And I don't know, we just like it better. And yeah, I agree, it is easier to do it this way. Hey, Happy New Year, Don. Hope your year's going good so far, man. It's only the 2nd, but that's all right. It's been good so far for us. So do me a favor, guys, hit that thumbs up. If you like what we're doing, you like what you're seeing, give us a little thumbs up action.
Uh-oh. I turned the louder, didn't I?
That's all right, Dad.
Sorry about that.
Malice in Society. I agree. The Flex is a very sexy router. It's my favorite. The DeWalt's a really good router too. That's probably our number 2. We did a video, I don't know, a couple months back rating the routers that we have, and the Flex is definitely number 1. It's just got a lot of really good features on it, and it works great, man. I love that router. In fact, for Black Friday, we ended up getting 2 new routers. We got a DeWalt, and we got one of the Craftsman, and man, they were just such good deals. Like, what did we get the DeWalt for, Dad? Was it $199 for the router and 4 batteries?
Yeah, and 2 hours and 2 4-hour batteries, I think.
Yeah, so we got the DeWalt router with 2 2-hour batteries and 2 4-hour batteries for $199, and that's just a killer deal. And then we got the Craftsman, which is actually a really good router. I like it quite a bit. It is, we got the router and, let's see, did we get 2 batteries with a Craftsman, Dad?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, with 2 batteries for 99 bucks. So this one is the Flex router. And a lot of people have kind of been talking crap about the Flex tools. We love them. You know, the router is our favorite router. And I was actually just using the circular saw today to cut some flooring. So we haven't had any issues with their tool at all. Cigarro cactus signs here in Wickenburg. I had 12 orders because I sold out on, oh dude, that's awesome. Snowbirds, man. You know, snowbirds are great for the economy, and they're all very nice. They just drive really, really slow. Crossville. Hey, Crossville. A good friend of mine lives in Crossville. Dude, I'm totally drawing a blank. They moved from California. Oh, crap, I probably shouldn't have told you that in case you meet them. I think they try to hide that from everybody. Start my own sign making business this spring. Gonna semi-retire. Hey, right on, Brian. That's awesome, man. Crossville looks like a nice little town. Wickenburg is an awesome town. I haven't spent a whole lot of time there, but I've gone through there a lot on the way to Phoenix. I want to take my wife down there and spend a weekend. Maybe go watch some roping, and it's a cool little cowboy town. Is that board still carving pretty good, Dad?
It's okay. It's I'm going a full quarter of an inch,
Oh, okay.
so yeah, I can feel it, but it's carving all right.
Yeah, so this is that, what do you call it? That panel board. And generally stuff doesn't carve very good. So Dad's using the profile bit at a quarter of an inch, and he said he can feel it pretty good, but it's carving okay.
Kind of grainy.
Yeah, it's generally pretty grainy, and because it's just a laminated board, you can't really trust somebody else's laminating or glue up, whatever. And it's generally different types of grain. So even if one area carves really nice, there can be other areas that is like carving concrete. So James, we actually have a video, full-length video coming out on Sunday where we show how to do this. This is the lights on this router. In fact, I'll go grab one real quick. They're actually one of those like little light switch LED lights from Harbor Freight. Let me see. So this is what's on Dad's router right there. We took it apart and mounted it onto, yeah. That's one of those little light switches from Harbor Freight. I think it's like $4, but Dad said it's the best light setup he's ever used on a router. So yeah, that video is coming out Sunday. So if you subscribe, then you should get a notification, and we go through the whole deal, how to take that thing apart and mount those lights on your router. Again, they're a little bulky for me, but honestly, I haven't carved with them yet. They just seem real bulky and add some weight to the router, but Dad really likes them. Of course, Dad's getting up there in age. He needs all the light he can get. I'm not there quite yet. So again, guys, everything you see here, well, actually, I take that back. Not the lights. You got to get those at Harbor Freight. And the routers, we don't sell the routers, but the router bits, the base plate that Dad's got on the flex right there, the stencil Dad's carving, everything that you see there is on our website, makeawoodsign.com. We've got all the bits we use, tons of different base plates, and we've got hundreds and hundreds of stencils and templates. So go check out makeawoodsign.com. If you want to carve yourself, we've got all the supplies you need on there to do it. And we're actually going to be starting up the overstock page, because we got everything all done for Black Friday, and we made a little bit too much of some stuff, so we'll be having an overstock page coming up pretty quick. Nolan Hernandez, what's up, buddy? Happy New Year. You're 59. Just last week, I was in my 20s. You know what's funny? I was talking to my daughter. She's 21. And, man, so every decade, life gets better. My 20s were way better than high school. My 30s were way better than my 20s. And so far, my 40s have been doing pretty good. Inside the inset letters, what are you doing? There's still a lot of material left inside the inset letters. Do you just go over it again? I'm finding it's happening a lot with profile bit and carving liner. Okay, so Nate, that's a great question. Dad's going to go over that once he gets the profile done. Then he's going to go back in with the 90 degree and take out everything else. And that will give you that nice textured look. Now you can use other bits. You can use like the spiral upcut if you want a flat background. But we've found that generally people really like the textured look. I know I like it a lot better than the flat background. But once Dad's done with all of this portion of it, he's going to go back in with a 90 degree. And you'll see that here in, I don't know, 10 minutes or so, something like that. It's just getting the initial profile down. That's what you want to do with this bit, the initial outline. RNA Creative Woodworks. What's up, man? Happy New Year. I'm not sure your name, RNA Creative Woodworks. I know we've talked before, but my memory's garbage, so I can't remember your name. William Middlecoff, Happy New Year, buddy. Hope it's starting out well for you. Benjamin Quirk. Light setup. I recently got the fairy lights from Amazon to do like Eric has done on previous video. Happy New. Oh, see, the fairy lights work pretty good. I like them. You know, they're a lot less bulky than these, but man, these things throw a lot of light out there. Of course, it takes 4 AAA batteries, so it's going to throw more light. Andrew, that's what it is. Good to see you, Andrew. Or, well, talk to you. You know what I mean. So now Dad's carving the little cat at the bottom of the C, and that's where, even though Dad's set at 1/4 of an inch, you can see he's lifting up part of the base plate to get a little bit finer line. That's one of the biggest benefits about using the base plate that we make. See, the right side of it is lifted up because that way you don't have to manually, or you don't have to use the micro adjustment for every different depth of line you want. So you can see even there in the little paws and the head, he's not dropping that bit all the way in there because that's going to give you a lot fatter line. So you want to be able to control your depth without having to actually adjust it on the router itself.
And that's another reason that I like this over the spiral upcut, because that's just a straight cut up and down. There's no way to get into little tight spots.
Okay, that's a good point. For those of, hey Glenn, Happy New Year, buddy. For those of you that can't hear Dad because he doesn't have a mic, using the profile bit it's a lot better to do stuff like that to get the different depths, like lifting the router bit up, because it comes to a point. It's got an angle at the end. The spiral upcut, even the 1/8 inch bit, it's just straight. So there's really no way to get finer lines with those. Got my package from your Black Friday 50% off sale. Some new projects. Right on, Benjamin. Well, we appreciate your order, man. We appreciate your business and your support. Dread, what was your question? I didn't ignore it. I just missed it. I promise. Let me see. I don't see it. Wait, I feel like I'm being set up. I don't see a question from you. That's all right. One of the things I like most about doing these lives, you guys, is so, you know, some people that don't follow us, they'll come in and watch and they'll talk crap on there. And dude, some of you guys are hilarious. I know Mom gets a little bit, I don't know if offended is the word, but she gets a little touchy about it. Some of the stuff you guys say is freaking hilarious. I love it. So don't hold back. If it's too bad, I'll just delete it anyway. So now here's one quick thing, guys. So a lot of people, hey Dad,
Yeah.
will you point out the area where you actually went through the line, like at the top of the A right there? So with the stencil, in order to,
You might want to go over that.
yeah. So let me see if I can show this real quick. So with the stencil right here, you can see the A, we have a line going all the way through. That way it holds the middle piece in here. I hope you guys can see that. But just because that line is on the board doesn't mean you have to follow it. See, Dad actually carved all the way around the top of that A. He didn't stop where that line is. So So that's just something to keep in mind if you guys are carving the stencils that you buy from us.
And it's the same thing on the middle of the E's and the middle of the D. Well, yeah, the middle of the D.
Yeah.
The little A. Yeah, same thing.
Yeah, so anywhere, like any letter where there's a middle part, like an A, B, D, we put those lines in there so that it looks like an actual letter. But that's just stenciling. As you're carving it, you can go through those lines. You don't have to, what do you call it? You don't have to follow those lines. Just carve right through them. Andrew, so Vegas was interesting. I would say it was a success, but not in the way we had planned. So we actually just did a video on an update on it for the premium and executive members, their exclusive content. It was good. We have some good leads. We sold one table.
We're going to talk about it tomorrow night.
Yeah, we will actually talk about that on the live tomorrow night too. We sold one table and we got some really good leads. But as of right now, we didn't make our money back. But that's all right because one of the leads is actually a contract for 50 tables for a restaurant in Las Vegas. So if that one goes through, man, it's all good. Oh, thank you, Anna. Yeah, if you guys are watching and you like what we're doing, hit that thumbs up. I know some of you wish there was a middle finger, but YouTube hasn't put that on there yet. Paula said, I made my first signs for family for Christmas. They loved them. Thanks for all the instruction videos. Oh, right on, Paula. I'm glad they liked them. Yeah, I thought so, Michelle. I was looking through a question. I was like, oh, this dude's setting me up for something. But man, some of those trolls are freaking hilarious. I really do enjoy some of them. All right, so now the dad's got all the profile work done. He's got the carving liner done with the is with A, the real small ones right there. That was with the carving liner, and then the rest of it he did with the profile. And now you can see there's a lot of wood left in the big letters right there. So he's going to use the 90 degree to go in and take that out. Nolan, we're going to be going live tomorrow night at 6 p.m. Arizona time, which is 5 p.m. What is that, Pacific time?
Like Central time. 6 p.m. Central time.
That's not, no, that.
5 p.m. Pacific.
Yeah, 5 p.m. Pacific, so 6 p.m. No, that's Mountain Standard, isn't it?
I think it's the same.
Is it? Is Mountain Standard the same as Central? I don't know. But 6 p.m. Arizona time.
Let's see.
Okay. And what depth are you going with that, Dad?
1/4 inch.
1/4 inch, okay. So now for this, Dad could have gone back and just taken that out with the profile, but it would have a different texture. It's kind of one of those things not a lot of people would notice, but it would have a little bit of a different texture than the rest of it. I think that's it for that. So you'll notice that when there's small areas where Dad doesn't have room to kind of move around and do the random pattern, he'll actually drop the router in and go in and out, and that way it kind of matches the texture again. If you just take that all out, then it's not going to match. Again, that's one of those things not a lot of people will notice, but it does make a difference, especially if you're analytic the way Dad is. Kenneth Lepan? What's up, Kenneth? Happy New Year, man. So Dad, to get this texture, basically, there's a ton of different ways you can do it. You can go in straight lines or you can go just side to side, whatever you want to do. But generally speaking, what we do is we just go in little random semicircles and just try to get everything out. And what you want to look for is you want to get everything inside those letters below the surface of the board. So when you spray and sand it off, you're not going to have any high spots. Andrew, so we have a, Andrew and Jessup. So we are actually, on Sunday, there's a video coming out, a full-length video of how we did these lights. Kenneth, was it Kenneth Lawson? Who sent the
Mike Kaufman.
Mike Kaufman. I don't know who Kenneth Loffman is, but Mike Kaufman sent an email, and he used one of these, and he put the lights from in there on the router. So Sunday's video is kind of a step-by-step on how to do that, and Dad really likes it. It sheds a ton of light. Sorry guys, I'm trying not to have this thing too jumpy. Kenneth, we're gonna actually go over a recap of the Cowboy Christmas on tomorrow's live. It went pretty good. I think it was a success. We got a lot of leads, but yeah, we'll go over all that stuff on tomorrow's live. Sorry, I'm trying not to drink my water too loud, guys. That's irritating. When's the LED video? That is this Sunday, so in like 4 days. And we schedule our videos to go live at 4:30 a.m. Arizona time. So yeah, Sunday at 4:30 a.m. But you know, you don't have to wake up that early to watch it. It'll be up. So now Dad's using that little skew, and he's making sure that all the high spots are out of there, and making sure that everything in there is below the surface of the board. Because one thing that a lot of new carvers do is they carve too shallow. So they'll carve at like 1/8 of an inch and do everything at that depth. And generally we try to go 1/4 of an inch. And you want it to be down, yeah, Tim, 4:30. That's when all our videos go live, 4:30 a.m. But that's when they air. But again, you'll be able to see it whenever. Just check the channel or click the little bell icon to get notified when new videos come out. You don't have to watch it at 4:30 a.m. Hey, Rich Boyce, what's up, buddy? Hope your New Year's going well. Kenneth, we're going to go over the Cowboy Christmas. Tomorrow's live. It went pretty good. It was different than we'd expected, but I think it was a success. That's all right.
Okay. Now to the scalloping.
Yep, now Dad's going to scallop it. And this is a way of doing an edge that Grandpa kind of came up with this, didn't he?
As far as I know, yeah. He might have stole it from someone else, right?
But this is, Grandpa's been doing the scalloped edge since the 70s. And it's still a really popular edge. People like it. Jessup John. So yes, so that all of our routers have custom base plates on it, and we actually sell those base plates. Those are Dad and Grandpa's design, and they're specifically designed for what we do, freehand carving. And we have them for pretty much every router. If we don't have the hole pattern for your particular router, then we sell a blank, and you can drill your own holes. And when you get the blank base plate, there's a QR code that will take you to a video on exactly how to do that, an instructional video. So yeah, we have all kinds of different base plates. We've got tons of stuff. Go check out makeawoodsign.com, and you'll find all the stuff on there. Yes, we do have it for the DeWalt. We have the DeWalt 611, the DeWalt 618, and the 616, yeah, we have that one. Any advice on making my first table 30 by 20? Lots of advice. Take your time. Make sure that your laminations are good. I don't know, all kinds of stuff. Oh, you know, best piece of advice, brace the back of it. You want to brace the back of it to make sure it doesn't warp or cup on you. My wife just scared the crap out of me. So this is how Dad does the scallop. Basically, it's kind of the same as, oh, the dogs are going to go nuts. It's kind of the same as doing a chamfer, but instead of going all the way across, you just make indents. Sorry, guys. The dogs make that sound. Every time we scallop, this is what happens. We got, what do we got, 4 dogs around here? I'm going to put a straight border around the carving. Start shallow, Rich. You want to start shallow because if you're going to do a border around the whole carving, then you want to start shallow to get those lines straight. Nelly. All right, Dad's done. All right, sorry guys, Nelly's going nuts over here.
I'm sorry, Nelly.
Everybody's commenting on the dogs. Yeah, dogs are just going nuts over here. The other night, the coyotes were going crazy. So one thing when you scallop, like Dad's doing here, is he's sanding the corners because they will leave really sharp corners. And if you're handing a sign to somebody, you know, you just want everything to be nice and rounded and give it a good, clean, finished look.
Well, it's super easy when this is black. It's super easy for that to chip off, and then you end up with it being white, too.
Yeah, so if you guys can't hear Dad, when you don't sand it and the edge is black, it chips off really easy, and then you have a white spot in your black edge, and it just, excuse me, just looks kind of crappy. Hey, Scott's here. What's up, Scott?
Hey, Scott.
Hope you're having a good New Year, man.
By the way, one of the best sanding blocks you can get.
Oh, down a little bit? Yeah.
One of the best sanding blocks you can get from Pop's Custom Signs, Inc.
Mm-hmm.
That's our good friend Frank
Yep.
down in Texas.
Frank Jenkins. I like to call him Frankie Jank. I don't think he likes it, though, but that's all right. All right, so now all the carving's done.
Yeah,
And-
time to spray.
Yep, and this is where spraying your lighter boards, especially like this panel board, or if you're using pine, putting a couple coats of clear on it will really help with the bleeding. And because what we're going to do now, or what Dad's going to do, he's going to spray that whole thing. And if you're not careful, it will bleed on you. And then you have what Dad calls a 5 o'clock shadow. You have a bunch of black dots in there, and it just kind of looks like crap. I've thrown a few signs away because I didn't put clear coat on them first.
Or if you overspray.
Or if you overspray, yeah.
All right, so we're using the primer.
Yep, using the primer. Let us spray. That's funny. Preventing bleeding in the wood. I've seen you guys speak about putting clear on. What about, is there a specific type of flat black primer that is better? Yes, so what Dad's using right here, that's the Rust-Oleum flat black primer. And that's pretty much what we use, but we've used automotive primer too. You just want to use flat or matte. If you're using satin, gloss, or semi-gloss, then it's definitely going to bleed if you don't put clear on it.
Well, and some people don't use anything but the Marsh Black.
Oh yeah,
Stenciling.
yeah, the Marsh
That
ink.
was our original.
Yeah, the Marsh ink. Oh, John's on here. He said you're not using enough primer. You need to use more primer.
John Jernigan.
I think that's his last name. Yeah.
Shut up, John.
Dad said to shut up, John.
Don't make me slap you.
I still haven't met you, John. Met you. One of these days, Dad says you've got some pretty interesting story.
Yeah, you're not really missing much, though.
Minwax sanding sealer. So you can use sanding sealer. That definitely does work. But there's a couple downfalls with sanding sealer. Number one is it takes a while to dry. So you'd have to kind of seal your boards up and then come back maybe the next day or a few hours later, depending on what your moisture content in the air is, what the weather's like, the shop you're in. And it does work. But the clear works just as good, and it dries a whole lot faster, and it doesn't raise the grain up near as much as the sanding sealer does. So we like to just put 2 light coats of clear on there, and generally speaking, if you're careful with the primer, you won't have any bleeding. Now, Dad's only doing this because we're live, and you know we don't want to sit here and wait 20 minutes because it's getting dark. It's a little cold out here, so this just helps dry the primer. Oh, John's going to be here February 1st, Dad.
What?
Yeah. Right on, man.
All right.
Well, let's go get a beer.
John doesn't drink.
John doesn't drink?
He's never had drunk alcohol in his life, not once.
Well, he can get himself
At
in.
least I don't think. I think I'm right on that. He's never
Dad
had
says,
tasted alcohol.
Dad says you don't drink, John, so you
I don't
can.
think he's ever known a woman either.
I don't know if you can hear that, but I'm not going to. I'm never going to repeat that one.
That was bad.
Diet Coke. We'll get you a nice Shirley Temple, which I know it sounds like I'm talking crap, but I love Shirley Temples. What kind of clear? Rust-Oleum. Yeah. So it's this stuff right here. So that's the clear we use. Let's see. Can you guys see that? Yeah. So that's the clear we use. We use that to coat all of our pine wood that we're going to carve. And honestly, if it's an indoor sign, that's pretty much what we use too. Rich Boyce, Round Sanding Disc website again. So does Frank Jenkins, does he have a website? Does he sell those sanding discs?
You know, as far as I know, he does. It's
Was it Pops?
website's on it.
Oh, it's right here.
Yeah.
Man, this one's pretty beat up.
It's on the other side.
Oh, Pops Custom Signs LLC. So Google that. I'm not sure if he's still making
Send
them.
us an email and
Yeah.
I'll
Yeah,
send it on to him.
yeah. Shoot us an email and we'll forward it to Frank.
Pretty good.
Gloss clear. Yeah, everything we use is gloss. Yeah,
On the clear spray,
on the clear spray.
not on the black.
Oh, Scott got 2 orders for some flags. Right on, man.
Cool.
That's awesome.
Congratulations, Scott. Awesome.
Dude, it's nice when you get orders and you're making some money doing something you really enjoy. Oh, here, let me. So the sander Dad's using, we get questions about this all the time.
I think it's time for a new. Yeah, I think I forgot to change this disc.
Yeah, that
This disc is
pretty trashed.
jacked.
But that is the DeWalt disc sander, and my gosh, if you guys haven't used one of these yet, in fact, Jason, dude,
Jason Mace?
no, not Jason Mace, from the UK. Jason and Julie.
Oh, Jason Harrison.
Yeah, Jason Harrison. He spent like a year trying to find one over in the UK. These things are freaking amazing, man. Matte clear works just as good. It does. We just generally use gloss because we buy it in bulk. But matte will definitely work. Skull, what's up, man? How you doing, Bearded Viking Woodworks? Dude, I think we follow you. I think. How you doing, man? Happy New Year. But yeah, this disc sander is pretty stinking awesome. Yeah, you got to remove the shroud. A lot of people don't like to remove the shroud because they think it's a safety hazard. It hasn't been for us. Right on, man. Well, I appreciate it. Happy New Year to you too, buddy. Yeah, this sander, Dad used the belt sanders for years, and they work. You know, there's nothing wrong with them. But man, once you kind of get the touch with the disc sander, it goes a lot faster, and it's a little bit easier to control, I think, than the belt sander. Oh, thanks, Job. Jack. I don't know who Job is. Thanks, Jack. So now this is where it gets a little bit touchy. You really want to have a light touch with the disc sander because it does get kind of easy to, when you have big carving in there, it gets easy to tip that thing and then you start sanding out the black, and you really want to avoid that if you can. The Vineyard Farmhouse, what's up, man? right on, dude. I appreciate it. Dad's been carving signs for like 15 years or 50 years, and he's been carving long enough to fix anything I screw up. So it's like the perfect team. 3 signs for a friend for pizza crafting, 150. Oh, right on, guy. Yeah, shoot us an email, man. Well, thanks for watching the Vineyard Farmhouse. I appreciate it. We'll have to check out your stuff. Hey, Dad, you know, we watch Bearded Viking Woodworks.
Yeah, that sounds familiar.
Yeah, sounds super familiar, huh? He's on here, says he loves our stuff. So, yeah, I thought that was cool.
Thanks, man.
On my first table, I think I should use a belt sander. On sanding, seems like a belt sander. You know, it's kind of a, Rich, it's kind of a preference thing. I like the disc sander better, but a lot of people do like the belt sander better, especially for longer, you know, longer signs or tables. So give it a shot. Maybe you'll like the belt sander better. All right, so now one thing about the disc sander is it does leave some swirls, so we always finish off with the random orbital sander and a 120. So this is pine, so Dad used an 80 grit on the disc sander, and then this is the 120. Taking the techniques that work for you and use them to make hand-carved cutting and charcuterie boards. Over Christmas I sold more. Right on, man, that's awesome. The paint builds up on the disc sander. What do you use to clean it? Great question, Benjamin. So that is one of these right here. This is one that Dad's had for, God, 10 years. I don't know. It's just a sanding belt cleaner. You can use it. Basically, you just sand it, and it cleans a lot of that crap out of there. You ever cut the wrong part? How do you fix it with wood putty? Yes, I have cut the wrong part. Oh, we got all kinds of questions. If you cut the wrong part, then you can, we use, what's that stuff we use, Dad? The wood filler. He's asking if we carve something we don't mean to carve.
Yeah.
What do we use to?
Well, it kind of depends on what it is, but as far as a wood filler, I really like that Minwax.
Yeah,
this stuff right here.
Yeah,
There it is.
the Minwax wood filler. This stuff works really good, and it's stainable. So if you're using like walnut or something, you can use walnut stain with this stuff, and it fills it really good. Yes, the stencil is on our website, so for all the people that have just come in, check out our website, makeawoodsign.com. It has our stencil on there. It's got all the router bits, all the base plates. We've got hundreds and hundreds of stencils and templates on there. Can't remember the name of it, but it cleans the sandpaper. Yeah, it's that I think it's just called sanding disc cleaner.
Sanding belt cleaner.
Sanding belt cleaner, yeah.
Yep. We ready to finish?
Yeah, so now Dad's gonna put the finish on. I'm trying to keep...
Using the Rust-Oleum clear gloss. It's really more of an interior than an exterior.
I'm gonna update from my Dremel to a router. With that said, I have a ton of bits for the Dremel. Is there any way to use Dremel bits with the router?
No.
I don't think so. I don't think there's a reducer that'll take...
Well, not only that, I don't think that Dremels are made to spin as fast as a router goes. Router goes 25 to 35,000, and the Dremels don't spin that fast. I think the little bits will just, it's dangerous. I wouldn't even attempt it.
Okay, so...
It's like trying to put a drill bit into a router. They're not made to spin that fast.
Okay, so guys, Dad doesn't have a mic on, so I'll just kind of repeat what he said. He said he thinks it's a dangerous thing to do to use Dremel bits in a router, even if there is a reducer in the collet, because they're not made to spin at, would you say most routers go like 35,000?
Yeah, these things turn at, the RPMs is like 16 to 25.5. So, and the Dremels just are not made to turn at that speed.
Okay, so I don't know if you guys heard that, but the Dremel bits just aren't made to turn at the speed that the router goes. So if you're going to upgrade from a Dremel to a router, then you really want to get router bits. And you can get those at makeawoodsign.com. I know, I am selling you guys like crazy, but hey, that's what we do, right? Are you on every Thursday night at 7 Eastern? So, not really.
We try and make it Wednesday or Thursday.
Yeah.
We try and make it Wednesday or Thursday because it seems to be, but and this time seems to work pretty well.
Yeah. So generally like 7 o'clock Eastern, because we went on in what? 5 o'clock our time.
Yeah, that would be
Yeah.
7 o'clock Eastern.
So yeah, usually Wednesday or Thursday.
Yeah,
Generally.
generally speaking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What we need to start doing is maybe we'll put something on the YouTube post when we're going to go on. Yeah. Satin spar urethane spray for mine, but it's pricey. Yeah, it is pricey, man. This Rust-Oleum clear, you know, this stuff works really good for interior. It does work for exterior, but not near as good as like Helmsman.
Yeah, it says indoor, outdoor, but I don't necessarily really trust this outdoor.
Yeah.
I'm going to use more Helmsman, I think.
Yeah. All right, guys. So there it is. So that is the stencil of the month for. Do we have a clean one?
Yes, we do.
Do we have a clean? All right, Dad's going to go get a clean one. So that's the stencil of the month for January 2025, which is crazy that it's 2025 already. Yeah, give us a thumbs up, guys. If you like what we're doing, give us a thumbs up. Great work, Vicky too. Blah blah blah. Sorry, not blah blah blah. I'm just kind of talking to myself. Handcrafted. There's a plunge router attachment for some of the Dremel models to give you two-hand control. Jack Webb, yes, I think next month we're doing one for dogs because dogs are way better than cats. All right, so there's the stencil of the month. And again, you can find that on our website, makeawoodsign.com. I like this time because I miss your Friday shows because I'm at the bar. All right, we'll keep that in mind, Guy. Hey, Stephen Esden's here. All right, guys, so that's pretty much it. So thanks for watching, guys. Here, let me do this. Yeah, we're going to do one for dogs. So thanks for watching, guys.
Yeah, if you have any questions, email me, eric@makeawoodsign.com.
Yeah, or me, Ryan at makeawoodsign.com. And if there's something you guys want to see carved live, then just shoot us an email, let us know. We'll see if we can get it done.
Hope you guys like this. It was fun.
All right, guys. We'll see you guys on the next one. And don't forget, we're doing another live where we're going over a recap of Cowboy Christmas.
And all kinds of stuff.
All kinds of stuff. And tomorrow night. That'll be tomorrow night at 6 p.m.
Central
Time.
Yeah.
All right. Good night, guys.
Bye, guys.